Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into an intriguing legal concept called adverse possession. This doctrine might sound complex, but it's an essential part of real estate law that can significantly impact landowners and trespassers alike. In this video, we'll be breaking down the adverse possession laws in Alabama, explaining how they work and what steps you can take to protect your property. So stick around as we unravel this fascinating topic, understanding adverse possession. Let's start with the basics. Adverse possession is a legal doctrine that allows someone to gain ownership of a property by occupying it for a certain period of time under specific conditions. The concept dates back centuries and was originally designed to encourage landowners to make use of their land. If a landowner neglected or abandoned their property, someone else could take over and claim ownership, provided they met certain legal requirements. In Alabama, this doctrine is governed by specific rules that we'll explore in detail. But before we get into the state-specific regulations, let's discuss the general elements of adverse possession that apply across the board. Adverse possession in Alabama. Now that we've covered the general principles, let's focus on how adverse possession works in Alabama. In this state, adverse possession is governed by Code of Alabama Section 65-200. The law outlines the specific requirements for someone to claim ownership through adverse possession. Time period for occupation. In Alabama, the standard time period for adverse possession is 20 years. However, there are exceptions. If the trespasser has color of title, meaning they have a document that appears to grant ownership, the required time drops to 10 years. If the trespasser has been paying property taxes on the land, the required time is also 10 years. Payment of taxes. Alabama law requires that a trespasser must pay property taxes on the land for at least 10 years to strengthen their adverse possession claim. Hostile, open, and continuous possession. The same four key elements we discussed earlier, hostile, actual, open, and exclusive possession, apply in Alabama. Key case law in Alabama. Understanding adverse possession in Alabama wouldn't be complete without discussing some notable cases that have shaped the interpretation of this law. One landmark case is Bradley v. Vus Dimos, where the Alabama Supreme Court clarified the requirements for adverse possession under the 20-year rule. This case emphasized the importance of uninterrupted and exclusive possession. Another critical aspect of Alabama case law involves the concept of color of title. Courts have ruled that possessing a deed, even if flawed, can reduce the required time to 10 years, provided the trespasser meets all other conditions. How to protect your property from adverse possession. If you're a property owner in Alabama, you might be wondering how to safeguard your land from an adverse possession claim. Here are some practical tips. 1. Regularly inspect your property. Visit your property frequently to ensure no one is occupying it without your knowledge. 2. Post no trespassing signs. Clearly marking your property with signs can deter potential trespassers and establish your intent to maintain control. Lease or use the land. If you're not actively using the land, consider leasing it to someone else. Active use of the property can prevent adverse possession claims. 4. Take legal action quickly. If you discover someone trespassing, don't delay in addressing the issue. Contact an attorney to explore your legal options. 5. Pay your property taxes. Always ensure your property taxes are up to date. This eliminates one of the elements a trespasser might use to strengthen their claim. When to seek legal help. Adverse possession cases can be complex and emotionally charged. If you're facing a potential adverse possession claim or want to understand your rights as a landowner, it's crucial to consult a qualified attorney. An experienced real estate lawyer in Alabama can help you navigate the legal landscape, protect your property, and respond effectively to any adverse possession claims. Wrapping up, in summary, adverse possession is a unique and significant aspect of real estate law. While it can allow someone to gain ownership of neglected property, it also places a responsibility on landowners to actively manage and monitor their land. In Alabama, the doctrine of adverse possession requires a trespasser to meet specific conditions, including occupying the property for 20 years or 10 years under certain circumstances. By understanding these laws and taking proactive measures, you can protect your property rights. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more legal insights. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Before we wrap up completely, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts. Adverse possession may seem like an unfair concept to some, but it plays an essential role in real estate law. Its purpose is to encourage landowners to take responsibility for their property while ensuring land doesn't sit unused for long periods. For those who believe they have a claim through adverse possession, the law provides a structured way to address disputes and potentially resolve long-standing property issues. On the flip side, for property owners, it's a reminder of the importance of vigilance. Whether you own a small plot of land or a large estate, your role as a landowner involves maintaining control over your property and ensuring it's not left vulnerable to legal claims. By staying informed, conducting regular inspections, and seeking legal advice when needed, you can effectively safeguard your rights. Lastly, if you're dealing with an adverse possession issue or have concerns about real estate matters, don't hesitate to consult an attorney. Professional legal advice can make all the difference in understanding your rights and taking the right steps. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay informed.